Welcome Rangers to Beyond Wave Forward, with 75 new Illuvitars to collect and customize. Sleeve them in your album to earn points, complete your collections, and unlock rewards through new stretch goals. Collect new skins, emotes, drone blasts, and battle boards. And show off your new style in the arena. Earn points, climb the leaderboards, and grab even more rewards. Wave 4, launching May 20th.
May 20th, Wave
Welcome
4
Rangers
of
to Beyond Wave
Illuvium
Forward.
Beyond.
With 70
New features, new odds, and more are coming. And not to mention a brand new way to purchase discs with a major discount. Now, Illuvium Beyond started as a simple collecting game where you essentially just checked how deep your pockets are every 6 months or so, but now there's some serious strategy and depth to the ecosystem, and I will help you stay ahead of the pack. I'll go over all of the best strategies for buying Illuvitars for cheap, the odds, and available Illuvitars for Wave 4, thanks to Dan leaking into the Discord. Now, then we will break down what we know about the new features and how you can maximize your Illuvium Beyond Wave 4 experience. Before you go and buy any fuel from any of the methods I'm about to describe, go to your profile settings and do this right here. Go click in the top right hand corner, click profile, you can see I'm Scoriox. Go to account settings, go to referral code, type in Scoriox and hit that little confirm button right there. It helps me so much. I earn commissions for you spending fuel, no cost to you besides putting my code in there, and please, I really appreciate it. Okay, but how can you get fuel for cheap? First up, we have SRV2. Many returning viewers will already know about this, where SRV2 can be used to buy basically anything in the Illuvium ecosystem at the value of ILV. Currently, ILV sits around $14, $15. And so if you buy SRV2 right here for $9.50, you get that at the value of about $15. It's about a 40% discount on your money. However, there's very little liquidity in this at the moment. And so you're going to get crazy slippage when trying to buy this on things like Uniswap. And it's not necessarily going to be the best decision for you in terms of buying power. However, if you've only got a little bit, if you're only dropping $100 or so, this might actually be a really good method. But if you're spending a lot more, SRV2 is not your answer. Note that I'm actually giving you these tips at my own expense. If you use my code, SRV2 does not count to help me out. Neither does this next method I'm about to show you, and that is fuel crates. Now, tier 1 fuel crates are currently the best value here. You can see these ones here for $5, $11. They are at about a 30% discount of what they get. So if you buy the fuel crate, it is going to give you $15 worth of fuel, despite people selling it on the secondary market for $11. I'll show you how to redeem that in just a second. But you can also notice that these fuel crates are currently valued in USDC. By the way, to get here, just go to any marketplace thing, and then at the top, instead of drop this down and make sure it's promotional, then you can type in tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 if you want to find different types of fuel crates. The tier 1s are the best bang for your buck at the moment. However, and they are being sold in USDC. But how do you get USDC, you might ask? There is actually a website. Now, it's not sanctioned or official by anyone, but there's a website called immutableswap.io. You can just log into your Passport or your MetaMask right here. You can click in ETH, put it to USDC, swap. It takes only about 10-15 seconds, I want to say, maybe a little bit longer, less than a minute, and you will get your stuff. Now, this is not official. Use this at your own risk, but I've used it a lot of times and never had any issues up until the point of making this video, to be completely clear. So how to claim your fuel crates is you actually go into the illuvidex.illuvium.io/fuel. I believe you just click your fuel in the top right here. It will actually take you to this page. So just click that bad boy. And then you actually just want to click this redeem code. It's not very intuitive. You're going to click this redeem code button right there, and that will bring you to the fuel redeeming page. Right here, you can click a Illuvium digital fuel crate, click the fuel crate that you own, continue to claim. I have them on my other wallet. If you go to IMX wallet, you can actually connect your MetaMask right here. I'm not going to do that right now, but in your Passport, you'll have one as well. I bought one yesterday for 5 USDC. I don't know how that was a thing. And there's another one listed up there for 5 USD. So I don't know what that's about, but you can click the fuel crate right here, continue to claim, and you'll get your $15 worth of fuel, which in this case I think is 15,000. No, 150. You get the point. I think it's 15,000 because this. No, 1,500. Sorry, it's 1,500. I'm going crazy. Sorry, guys. All right. So yeah, that's just how you claim your fuel. Very, very easy. The other way to buy fuel is with this. You can see all the different things, and we now have a tier 4 thing. But basically, you can see that they all have a 10% bonus on tier 3. Looks like about a 15% bonus on tier 4, and then a 20% bonus on tier 5. Drop $100. You can use Stripe payment rails. I might actually do that this time around. You can use Stripe payment rails to get that bonus fuel, or you can use Ethereum from a wide range of different networks. Let me see if I click that. Alternative payment method, we can see them all right here. You can use Immutable X, Polygon, Ethereum, Base, Arbitrum, and Optimism. It's kind of annoying how there's no Immutable X ZK EVM here, but that's fine. But there is a lot of different ways to do it. You can't really do it from a centralized exchange yet, but you can probably use one of these methods to kind of pull that off anyways. And you can use a wide range of different currencies. It has never been easier to buy fuel, which means it has never been easier to buy discs in the Illuvium ecosystem. I don't know if that's going to increase sale numbers or improve the amount of people contributing to this ecosystem and playing in the game, but it might. I have no idea. All right. So the other thing we need to know is that the alpha sale this time around is going to work a little bit differently. For anyone who's unaware, the alpha sale is for the first 24 hours. You can buy only 2,500 alpha standard discs or 1,000 alpha mega discs. And these discs are pretty much the exact same Illuvitars, same power, same everything, have a slightly new effect in the album. We'll get to that in just a moment. They are basically the same in every way, except there is a limited number of them. They have a little stamp in their corner. They're cosmetically a little bit different. And so if you want exclusive Illuvitars that are highly scarce and not just anyone can buy it over a 3-month period, then these are your bet. They also tend to be more expensive, and we'll get onto that in just a second. But for the first time ever, they are available concurrently. In the past, you had to wait for the 24 hours of the alpha sale or for them to sell out before buying normal discs. Now you can do whatever you want on day one, buy one or the other. Really great change. I'd love to see this. But I expect them to sell out pretty quickly. So if you want to get them, definitely arrive within the first hour of the alpha sale, because what will happen is people will see that it's starting to sell really well, and then they'll FOMO in and they'll buy more. If it's not selling particularly well, it'll get kind of towards the end of the 24 hours, and everyone will FOMO in anyways, because they'll be like, oh, only 300 have sold. If I get one, I own like 1% of the supply. And so everyone will ape in right at the end. So they'll either ape in at the start or the end. You never know, but I expect them to do really, really well this cycle. And before buying fuel, use my code, please. Please use my code. I cannot stress that enough. I don't say it. I say it in a lot of my videos, but I don't say it this much. It's really important for this one. This is the biggest revenue driver for Illuvium right now. And so I need to make sure you have my code in there before you get involved. Okay, so let's have a quick look at the buyer's guide. So discs are priced really simply. So our Illuvitar disc, which is our standard, which is one random Illuvitar, one tier 0, and 3 accessories for 499 fuel. Now, accessories are going to be a little bit more important, it seems to me, during this Illuvium Beyond Wave 4. So I think these Illuvitar discs are actually going to be really valuable, and you might want to get a lot of them because they're much better for accessories than the Mega Disc. The Mega Disc is where you're going to get your really powerful Illuvitars from. You get a lot of powerful lynxes. You're also going to get things like your Scarabok, your Octius. We'll go over the full list of Illuvitars in just a sec. But you're actually going to get 2 Illuvitars, one which is just the same as the standard disc, and one high-powered Illuvitar. So definitely worth getting some of these, but if you're going for accessories, you definitely want these Illuvitar discs. The other thing is the alpha sale. Now, these are much more expensive. You've got 1,000 fuel, so $10 for your standard alpha disc. I'm definitely going to do a bunch of these, but accessories are not alpha, so this is really just for the standard Illuvitar. And for $90 or 9,000 fuel, you're going to get a mega alpha disc. So really, I'm definitely going to get at least one. It's all depending on your own budget, but the rare alpha Illuvitars are going to come out of this, I expect to be really valuable. And why that is, because I expect overall less sales for this wave. There's a lot less money in crypto gaming now as a general. But what that means is if you get some of these really rare Illuvitars as alphas, they're going to be worth a lot if the Illuvium ecosystem ever takes off, gets a lot of players, gets a lot of traction, the IP grows and things like that. These are going to be treasured historical NFTs from the Illuvium ecosystem. And so I think it's worth maybe getting 1 or 2 of the Mega Alpha discs if you're really inclined to. Otherwise, get a handful of standard alphas just to get a few of the regular Illuvitars, but stick with the normal sale. That's what I normally do. I don't tend to buy too many of the alpha discs. I have a bunch. I usually give them away at some stage instead of opening them myself, which is a bit silly. But we also have disc points. So there are stretch goals in the Illuvium album feature. And what this does is it gives you a bunch of cosmetic items for the arena, sprays, drone blasts, all that sort of things. You also get other NFTs like cosmetic items for your ranger and stuff like that you can sell later on if you want to. And this is from the disc points. The Wave 4 Standard Alpha gives you 3 points, Mega Alpha 27, Wave 4 Standard 1, and then 6 for the Wave 4 Mega. We'll see what the rewards are at. I will go over that in another video, hopefully, and then we'll discuss what the points and which ones you should be going for. But really, you're getting most NFTs in terms of sheer quantity just by spamming Wave 4 Standards, because you're getting so many accessories. And I don't know how many of them you're going to sell or if they're going to be profitable or whatever, but they are going to be helpful for some of the other ways to earn rewards in the Illuvium Beyond ecosystem. Contents overview, we know a lot of this stuff, but really 1 random Illuvitar, 3 accessories for both of them, and then 1 guaranteed rare for the Mega Disc and 1 Tier 0 Illuvitar for the Standard Disc. Every Illuvitar comes with a range of expressions and things like that, and we'll get into that right now. So I have a full list of the odds, and I'll put this in the description if you want to see it. A full list of the odds for the Illuvium Beyond Wave 4. First, we'll go over all of the different Illuvials in Wave 4. We have Tatapi, Carablu, Revo, Greater Monkia, and Seaforest, and Chukundi. Seaforest and Chukundi, 2 of my favorite Tier 1 Illuvials, so it's actually a really cool wave for me. Exalted Gorilla as well, 3 Stage 3 Tier 1s. They're going to be a little bit sought after because they're actually kind of hard to get in Mega Disc, so they're going to be surprisingly rare, so keep your eye out for them. Arcane Lynx, Stoic Terra Lynx, Stoic Ember Lynx. One of my favorite Lynxes is Stoic Ember and Stoic Terra Lynx. I love all the Stoics really, but yeah. Arcane Zephyr, Nimble Flora, and Relentless Hydro Lynx. Rounding out tier 3 Illuvials, we've got Lura, Stabin, Artes, Gazotep, and Malura. So many tier 3s. Again, Malura and Gazotep are going to be a little bit rare here, so definitely keeping your eye out for them. And then, after that, we've got Fern for tier 4 Stage 1, Flood for Tier 4 Stage 2, and Matmut for Tier 4 Stage 3, and Seer as well for Tier 4 Stage 3. He is a fan favorite, so keep your eye on Seer definitely. Scarabok, Octius, and Phosphorus, all really popular Illuvials. Maybe Scarabok a little bit less than Titanor, but Octius and Phosphorus are 2 really popular Illuvials in the Illuvium ecosystem. So this is going to be a I expect it to be more scarce than past waves and more highly sought after than past waves. So these are going to be really valuable NFTs in the extremely long term. We don't know when Illuvium or if Illuvium is going to take off. I'm hoping so, obviously. I think the games are improving out of sight, and I'm excited for the MMO Lite. But obviously, always take caution with everything. I'm not going to promise you perfect gains, but this Phosphorus Illuvitar I expect to be really, really fun. And you could see it, a bit of it in the thumbnail as well. So, the standard pulls for these Illuvitars from the standard disc here. 20% for the Tatapi and Carablu, with about 3% for all the Lynxes. These Tier 1 Stage 3s are only 2%, so 1 in 50 discs, or about $250, right? Because each disc is $5. So for $250, you're kind of looking at a Chukundi, which is really quite rare. Then we've got Lura at 5%, so 1 in every 10, sorry, not 10 discs, 1 in every 20 discs. Stabin in 1 every 50 discs, Artes as well. Gazotep and Malura, 1 in every 200 discs or so. Very, very rare in this set. Fern, 1.5%, not too bad. Flood, again, 1 in every 200 discs. Matmut, extremely rare, 0.2%, 1 in every 500 discs. Or a bit more, probably closer to 600 discs. So very, very rare from the standard disc. Going to be very hard to get them. Scarabok at 0.3%, not too bad. You're actually going to get that if you pull 200 discs, which is about 1,000 USD, which is kind of like my baseline. I reckon I usually spend at least 1,000 USD every single wave, and then I try not to go too far beyond that. Some waves I've gone way beyond it, but we're not going to talk about that. Octius, 1 in every 500. Sorry, 1 in 1,000 discs. Very, very rare from standard discs. There's 10k to drop on standards just to get that. Phosphorus, 0.038%. Don't even bother, okay? And the Holo, 0.001%. If you pull that from a standard disc, go buy a lottery ticket right this minute. Now, from the Megas, we can see that Caterpie and Caterblue go down a lot because Megas guarantee 1450 power or more. A Caterpie could still come from that, but it needs a really good background, it needs to be holo, it needs a good expression, otherwise you cannot get it. So you can see common holo has slight chances of getting it, rare holo has pretty good chance of getting it, but like a lot of other stuff you're not going to be able to get. We're seeing that barely improving the odds for Chakundi C4s. I think they're actually worse, 1.3%, where before they were over 2%. So you actually have lower odds. I mean, they're going to probably be holo, but you have lower odds of getting them overall in a mega disc than you do in the standard disc. So I expect them to be quite valuable overall. The Lynxes are all sitting about 8%. You're going to get about them 1 in every 3 discs by the looks of it. Like just any Lynx is going to be 1 in every 3 discs. Your Lure at 5%, so you're getting a lot of tier 3s in the mega disc by the looks of it. It's about 1 in 2 chance is probably going to be a tier 3 or better, which is pretty good, 50-50. And then you've got your Matmut at 2%, 1 in every 50 megas for Matmut and Seer. Scarabok 1 in every 30 or so, it looks like. Octius 1 in every 100 or so, 1 in every 90 maybe for that Octius. And Phosphorus is still 1 in every 200 mega discs. Extremely hard to get, which means out of the alpha mega discs, maybe only 5 of them is going to appear, since there's only 5 alpha mega discs. If we get more than 5, then we're getting lucky. But it looks like only about 5 of them are going to appear from there. So really, there's a lot of tier 3 Illuvitars here, which making them a little bit more rare as the individual portraits. And there's only 3 tier 5 Illuvitars, which is a little bit different to last wave, but all the waves before were kind of like this. And so they're quite hard to get because all the odds get shifted based on that sort of stuff. But yeah, definitely recommend. Octius one is the one that looks the most sick, in my personal opinion. I actually love it. I might try and... Can I find it? Really quickly. I didn't prepare it. I should have prepared it. That's on me. That's on me. Hold on. I think I can find it quickly. I think I can find it. There it is. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Copy link. Let's see how we go. There we go. This Octius one is the one Illuvitar I really want. And the gold chain. Now, this might be like a wave reward or something. I don't know if this is the actual Octius Illuvitar you can just pull from a disc. But if I can get this Holo Octius, oh my god. What do you guys think of this one? Let me know down below, please. What do you think about this one? Okay. So, my strategy. Now, I expect this to be a relatively low seller, as I said. If you're beyond to ever see success, this wave will be highly sought after. Phosphorus and Seer are the fan favorites, so definitely go for them. Now, there's a few new features that we need to quickly talk about. Firstly, Wave 4 leaderboard rewards. Now, if you finish in the top 50, so now we expanded from a top 100 to top 250 players. If you finish in the top 50, you earn this exclusive Nature Tipo Illuvitar and everything that comes with it. It's actually a really cool Illuvitar. I hope I own it. But if you finish in the top 50, you earn this exclusive Caterpie Illuvitar. He's got a little gold medal. I absolutely love him. A band-aid on the front. Probably high power as well, so they're actually really useful for your album. Absolutely love to see this. The other thing is we've got a new Illuvitar effect. Let's check it out right here. Let's skip to the end. So you've got these keeper points you can see in the right there. And then he hovers over it. We'll read that. Okay. So he hovers over this. Elite slots to flaunt your epic Illuvitars. Non-auto sleevable. With keeper points boosting your leaderboard glory. I don't know what leaderboard glory is. I don't know what keeper slots are. But all I know is now we need to actually bond Illuvitars and get significantly high power Illuvitars for whatever this feature is. It sounds fun. It sounds interesting. I'm doing it. And I'm going to explain how you can go about it. Okay. So you get 3 album keepers. They boost leaderboard glory, and there's a deep metagame for bonding 3 extremely powerful Illuvitars. Now, you definitely need holo tier 4 stage 3s to maximize this, depending on like how everyone else is competing in this realm, with lots of tier 5 accessories if you can. But they don't sell for that expensive right now. I think they're usually about $10 each. So very not too bad if this is an important part of the metagame. If it's not, then ignore it. I don't care. But if it is, then I'm telling you what I'm thinking about here. The big thing you want to manage is you actually want to, at minimum, exceed the guaranteed Illuvitars from points, okay? For example, this is an Illuvitar we got in the last wave. If you got a certain amount of points, and I think a lot of people got this one, you got this Holo Excited Foe that you cannot bond, okay? So this is the maximum power this Illuvitar will ever be. Cannot be bonded, cannot be improved. It is sitting at about 5,644 power. So when you're bonding your own Illuvitars, because there's a lot of people that are competing on whatever this is, they're going to have 3 of these kinds of Illuvitars slotted into their thing, which means you need to try and exceed them at least one of those slots, preferably all 3, but at least one of them. So try and exceed 56,444 points. I know this isn't easy. A Holo Stage 3 links is going to really help. That's going to help you get there a lot faster. A Holo Tier 4 Stage 3 is going to help you. You might be able to buy some on the marketplace for relatively cheap, honestly. And then you're going to need like really good accessories to put on them. And you should be able to beat that. You should be able to get close to 5,700, 5,800. It's not going to be easy. Rare expressions of Tier 5s and Holo is going to help a lot as well. Try and find those Illuvitars and get at least one of them above that power threshold. I hope you learned something today. Please use my creator code and subscribe for more tips on the Illuvium ecosystem.